After 2 weeks of serious talks and high expectations, industrialized nations peg $300 billion a year for developing countries to fight climate change by 2035. Developing nations at the COP29 summit in Azerbaijan rejected the proposal offered for climate finance.
I now resume the 11th meeting of the CMA. I invite parties to turn to agenda sub-items 11A, new collective quantified goal on climate finance. I hereby invite the CMA to adopt the draft decision contained in document CMA/2024 L.22.
And the European Union and its member states will continue to play a leading role. And we have worked hard with all of you to ensure that there is significantly more money on the table. We're tripling the 100 billion goal, and we feel it is ambitious, it is needed, it is realistic, and it is achievable.
This announcement was nowhere near the annual $1.3 trillion that low-income countries who are mostly affected by climate change demanded from the biggest polluters. As nerves frayed and clock ticked, the negotiation room became rowdy as African nations and small island states voiced their displeasure, saying it was unacceptable.
This document is nothing more than an optical illusion. This, in our opinion, will not address the enormity of the challenge we all face. Therefore, India opposes the adoption of this document.
While some nations angrily staged a walkout, some civil society organizations held a protest just outside the meeting room. According to them, the deal was unfair and not duly consulted.
Please, comment, sir. Sorry.
We've just walked out. We came here to this COP for a fair deal. We feel that we haven't been heard and there's a deal to be made and we have not been consulted.
It is more than a joke. It is deeply insulting. It is unacceptable. And we'd rather fight for another year than accept a really bad deal.
We have a situation where communities are being dispossessed, they are being displaced. You have a situation where communities' consents are not sought in the drive for minerals such as lithium, cobalt, copper, and the rest that are needed to produce batteries, phones, or whatever is needed for the energy transition. So we see a situation where the same mode of exploitation is being established in order to have this shift in energy form, which makes it very difficult and very complicated. Because if you want to, the shift, the transition we need must not just be in terms of what comes out at the end, but how that end is achieved. Not disposing community. Look at what's happening in places like Democratic Republic of Congo. Millions of community people are displaced because of from areas where lithium is being extracted, cobalt is being extracted, and creating a lot of problems. In Latin America, we're having problems where communities already have water stress, are having their water taken for processing of lithium. So they don't have water for agriculture or for whatever usage. And this is a continuation of the expansion of sacrifice zones, a new cycle of super commodities, colonial extraction, and using forces of cohesion and violence. So the situation is the same. And this is what we need the renewable energy, but how is the resource for this extracted? That is the problem, and we don't want Greek colonialism.
While many developing countries participated in the climate conference with high optimism that climate change would get the needed funding and attention it required, the latest offer remains a hope raised and a hope dashed away.